This is what 5 pounds of meat looks like. It's Tanner Shuck, and anyone who's followed me for a while knows I've been crushing red meat every day for a long time. Now, did I really eat 5 pounds of red meat every day for 1 year? Absolutely. Actually, it's probably been more like 5 years. Now, before I tell you why I did it, how I did it, and what happened, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. Because if you do, you might just end up getting jacked, super healthy, and becoming the best version of yourself. Now first, let's just take a quick trip back in time like 200,000 years ago when humans actually evolved into humans from cavemen. Anyone who has any common sense can learn there's a stack of undeniable proof that humans evolved eating meat, and when we started consuming more nutrient-dense, high-quality animal foods, our brains increased both in size and intelligence. Now, I'm no genius, but I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to deduce that animal foods, particularly red meat or game meat, is a pretty damn healthy food. And anyone who tells you otherwise, aka all the plant-based tree hugger environmentalists out there, have no idea what the they're talking about, and they have their own extremely biased agendas. I'll be the first to admit, if eating only leaves and stems were actually more nutrient-dense foods and healthier for us, I'd be a proud broccoli boy, and I'd be munching on celery sticks all day. But that's just not the case. Now here's my point. I consider red meat to be the ultimate health food. It's loaded with protein, iron, B vitamins, zinc, magnesium, creatine, selenium, and tons of other amino acids our body needs not only to survive, but thrive. I mean, it's by far the highest quality, most nutrient-dense food you can eat. You hear all the time of these superfoods like kale and acai, but the real superfoods are meat and eggs. So in my simplistic way of thinking, why the wouldn't I want to feed my body as much high-quality, nutrient-dense food as possible? To me, it's a no-brainer. I mean, think of it this way. Most Americans, and probably most people watching this video, get most of their calories from low-quality shit foods, like chips, crackers, fast food, cookies, pasta, soda, ice cream, fried foods, than they do actually high-quality, nutrient-dense foods, like meat, eggs, fruits, vegetables. And that's the biggest reason why most Americans are fat, unhealthy sacks of shit. And then there's me. I'm 35 years old, 100% lifetime natty, sub 10% body fat year-round. I'm strong, I can deadlift over 600 pounds and do a 35-pound weighted strict muscle up, and I'm incredibly fit. I can do a sub 632K row, and I've won the world's second largest CrossFit competition, and I live on red meat. Call me crazy, but I'd much rather be the guy who eats 5 pounds of red meat every day, who's pretty much at the pinnacle of health and fitness, than the average American that lives on McDonald's, who's fat, metabolically sick, can barely walk up a flight of stairs, and who's probably gonna die from a chronic disease like diabetes or cancer. So if you still think I'm crazy for feeding my body the highest quality food possible, I think everyone else is crazy for regular eating low quality processed shit and poisoning themselves with alcohol without a second thought. I mean, the hypocrisy and ignorance of people today is mind-boggling. So now that you understand why I eat tons of red meat every day, let me tell you how I do it. I haven't always eaten 5 pounds of red meat. 5 to 6 years ago, I was realistically only eating 2 to 3 pounds per day, which is still a lot for most people. But I was also eating more of other sources of protein like chicken, pork, fish, and protein powder. And I still do get a ton of my calories from these protein sources and other high quality foods like whole eggs, dairy, fruit. But now I just tend to eat more red meat. In short, I eat some form of beef for 3 to 4 meals every day and average around 1.5 pounds of beef per meal. My typical day consists of 4 to 6 whole eggs for breakfast, 1 pound of steak for 3 meals during the day, and 2 pounds of steak every night for dinner. Yes, I literally eat steak every night for dinner. Now, what about the other 3 meals throughout the day, you ask? I drink meat shakes. Yes, you heard that right, meat shakes. What's a meat shake? I'll show you. First, cook up 3 to 5 pounds of lean red meat. I recommend beef cubes or topside steak. Throw it in the blender, add water, a bit of salt and pepper, and drink up. Now let's get one thing straight. I am not telling you to drink meat shakes. I'm just sharing this as I've found this to be an incredibly effective and efficient way to consume more high quality food. I eat mainly for purpose and rarely for pleasure because I just want to be strong, jacked, and fit. That's what I care most about. Those are my goals, and I always eat according to my goals because I'm not a pussy and my goals are bigger than my excuses. That's my mindset. Another thing, as I said before, I'm 100% lifetime natty. I don't do steroids like 99% of these other fitness shitfluencers on social media. And if you're truly serious about maximizing your natural gains and getting as jacked as possible, you have to work 10 times harder than someone who's enhanced. And to do that, you need to give yourself as much high quality food as possible. I consider red meat to be the most anabolic food ever. So if I want to get as strong and muscular as possible naturally, I need to consume a ton of red meat. And the easiest way to do that, drink meat shakes. I also think about it like this. I don't have time to be a whiny little bitch and complain about how much food I have to eat or complain that I don't like the way it tastes. Instead, I just man the up and get the meal down and move on to the next one. And when you have to consume as much lean meat as frequently as I do, eating meat like a normal human being becomes a chore. You start to hate it and even end up skipping meals. And 10 seconds of drinking meat beats 10 minutes of chewing meat any day. Now, why don't I just drink a protein shake, you ask? I do occasionally right after my workouts, but think about it like this. No humans evolved drinking instantized whey protein. And I'm a firm believer your body will always prefer real whole foods over pills and powders. And let's be honest, drinking protein shakes or eating protein bars over real whole food is just lazy. So what happened after a year straight of consuming 5 pounds of meat every day? Sorry to disappoint you, but basically, I just got stronger and more jacked than ever. Just a few personal anecdotes. I added 100 pounds to my deadlift, where I went from 505 for a double to 605 for a single. I increased my upper body strength, got leaner, fitter, and healthier. Now, was I extremely consistent? Yes. Did I eliminate all excuses? Yes. Did I train my ass off? Yes. Did I prioritize sleep in my recovery? Yes. Did I believe in myself and what I was doing? You know I did. So do I think consuming 5 pounds of red meat every day will help me achieve my goals? There's no doubt in my mind. My only regret is that I didn't start consuming 5 pounds of meat every day sooner, because when I started consuming more quality red meat, I just felt stronger and my recovery only got better. And I'm still consuming 5 pounds of meat daily. So do you need to consume 5 pounds of steak every day? Almost certainly not. Unless you want to be as strong, lean, muscular, and as fit as possible like me. But even then, you probably don't have to take it to the extremes like I do either. Now, do I think more people should eat more high quality red meat? Of course. Should red meat be feared? Absolutely not. And for the love of God, can we please just start using common sense again? I guarantee eating more steak is better than eating that fake meat bullshit and drinking nut milks that all these weak and feeble brainwashed idiots thinks is actually healthier for them. And if you still don't believe me, why don't you just try for 30 days and see how you feel? It can't hurt, and what's the worst that could happen? You get stronger, leaner, and feel better? And if you want help with your training and nutrition, make sure to check out my Straight Up Strength program and my anabolic meal plan. It's free to try, so you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain, literally. And remember, life's way better as a meat neck, not a pencil neck.